It was a peaceful Sunday afternoon when I decided to take a stroll around my property, enjoying the quiet of my ranch. I had recently put up a fence to mark the boundaries of my land more clearly, partly to keep my livestock safe and partly to keep out trespassers. The fence had a specific purpose, so that the area around my property would remain undisturbed. That's when I saw her, Karen, the president of the HOA, walking towards the newly erected fence, looking around suspiciously. She seemed to be in a hurry, which only made me more curious. Now, Karen had always been a bit of a troublemaker. She had a tendency to think she could control everyone's business in the neighborhood, and for months, she had been pressuring me to allow the HOA members to use my property for various events. I had firmly declined, but Karen, being the relentless person she was, found other ways to manipulate the situation. She had been using a shortcut through my land for months without asking, just because it was convenient for her to get from one side of the neighborhood to the other. But that day, I decided to put an end to it. I watched her approach the fence, looking for a way to bypass it. With a determined expression, she tried to squeeze through a gap where the fence was slightly unaligned. That was when I made my move. I walked over to where she was standing and calmly told her, "Karen, this is private property. You need to stay out. This fence is to keep everyone, including you, off my land." She wasn't happy about it. "You can't just block the shortcut like this. It's been used for years, and now you're causing trouble for the whole neighborhood," she yelled, her face turning bright red with anger. I stood my ground, but I could see the fire in her eyes. She turned to leave, only to come face with my bull, which had wandered over to the fence. The bull, a massive creature, looked at her with a calm yet intimidating gaze. Karen froze, taking a step back. I couldn't help but smile. "My bull doesn't tolerate trespassers," I said calmly, knowing full well that he wouldn't harm her, but that the situation was a little too close for comfort. Karen's temper flared, but I didn't give her another chance to argue. She stormed off, muttering under her breath. It felt good to stand my ground and protect my property, knowing that sometimes the best way to deal with entitlement is to show a little muscle, figuratively and literally.